The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Nikki's News.
All right, here's what's trending on Google overnight. Let's start with
Diddy. Any
Diddy.
Diddy news?
Not this morning. I don't have Diddy news. I do know that, his
We'll touch on it
trial is
later.
happening.
I wish I didn't say that.
Wrong words. Anyway, the Brisbane weather forecast. Let's start with that because it's affecting all of us at the moment. So the BOM predicts that rainy and windy conditions will continue across southeast Queensland this week. Senior meteorologist Miriam Bradbury said there could be moderate falls on the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast throughout the week. Miss Bradbury said a large high pressure system sitting off southern New South Wales was causing patchy and unpredictable rainfall along Queensland's southern coastal fringe. So that sucks.
That does suck.
The surf must be good though.
The surf's been great.
Yeah,
Is that moon related? Look at the moon, by the way. You got a little cloud over
Yeah,
it.
we can
Nikki.
see the moon right now.
Look at it right now, though.
it's a full moon tonight, I think.
Ooh, no, we just had it. We just had it at 2:30.
2 a.m. or something.
Yeah,
you said that yesterday in the
2:36.
news.
Yeah, the flower moon, Ash.
Look, that was the surf at Burleigh yesterday.
Oh, and they're clean
And that's
too.
that's my nephew getting a barrel at Burleigh. Like he knew when he'd got the wave and he went back on the cam.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
how clean that is.
Oh, he searched himself on the surf
he was able to get it.
That's the can.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I had a dream about sharks last night.
Oh, God, I hate that.
That was no good.
Luttsy can interpret that for you.
Oh, yeah.
Later.
Yeah, that's my second shark dream.
No, you can get eaten.
What? I'm going to get eaten.
Yeah.
It's possible. I am very close to being eaten. Okay, next story.
And more Diddy news coming up later on the show.
In very heavy news, Abby Chatfield has broken
God.
down in tears in a
Careful.
lengthy social media tirade accusing activist Clementine Ford of dehumanising her. The Sydney-based media personality, 29, a prominent influencer and Green supporter, that didn't go well.
Oh, that didn't go well for her.
No. Took to Instagram to respond to recent comments by Ford branding Chatfield a effing fake over her political views, particularly on Palestine. Stop lying about my character and my intentions, Chatfield said through tears in a video posted on her Instagram stories.
Why do they care about each other? It doesn't make any sense.
They're both angry about the same things, and I reckon it's just a battle of who can get the most influences from their political views.
God. The Greens didn't win in a seat, though, did they?
No, they did not, and I blame Chatfield.
Do you put that squarely?
You know what? I'm putting it out there. If I paid a penny for her thoughts, I'd want change. Bindi Irwin.
She does the mic drop but the equivalent of she gives
Swirly,
I do a swirly
I like the
with
swirly
You're like,
fingers.
it's time to move on.
Swirly fingers are excellent.
Well, I didn't want anyone to argue otherwise, so I'm like, quick, do the sound
I
effect.
think you're safe.
She knows I don't like it. Anyway, Bindi Irwin has been rushed to hospital for emergency surgery in Las Vegas. In Vegas. She was there for the Steve Irwin Gala. The 26-year-old underwent emergency surgery after her appendix ruptured.
God, that's not fun.
She's going to be okay, but surgery out of all things we were ready for was not one of them, Robert, 21, said about Bindi in an interview with People at the event in Las Vegas. Robert confirmed that his mum, Terry Irwin, 60, was also... Why are there ages in here everywhere? was skipping the gala to help
Why do you
Bindi
care about their
recover.
ages?
I don't think
The
they're
doctor,
written in there.
43, said that the nurse, 28, helped
It's
significantly.
like they're football players and I'm calling out their numbers. It's so random. Anyway, Bindi, we hope you get well.
Which one? Yeah, the appendix. That's
That's not good. I remember that happened to me. That was not good.
Did yours burst?
I didn't burst, but I was at Magic Millions and I just thought, I'm going to get I was like, I'm going to go. And I
it's that
slept
quick.
for 24 hours, woke up, and it was about to burst.
Oh, God.
Where do you feel? Where is it? Like just in here.
Somewhere down there.
Well, poor Bindi, because she's had all this endometriosis and all of that, which feels probably similar to a ruptured
similar
appendix.
regions.
So she'd probably think, it's the endo again.
It's just that business.
No, it's just her appendix blew up. Anyway, get well soon. And finally, BAFTA award winners. The BAFTAs were held yesterday in the UK, and some of the biggest winners include Mr. Bates versus the Post Office. I think I saw a bit of that. My husband was watching that.
Movie?
Yes, it's about a true story. It was
know about that one.
Post Office were doing dodgies. Anyway, Baby
Sounds
Reindeer
fascinating.
and Mr. Loverman.
In a world where parcels can come overnight.
No, they were ripping people off.
Anthony Hopkins, 84.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I was reading about the Diddy. We were talking about Puff before.
Yeah, get me up to speed because this is news I'm not across.
I think he's just Diddy now, isn't he?
Is he just Diddy?
I think they're calling him Sean Combs, in court.
Oh, you know you're in trouble when you're
Yes.
called Sean Combs.
What have you done, Sean?
So this trial began, I guess, overnight our time, Monday in New York, in Manhattan. He's been in prison or jail or whatever it is since he was arrested, which was back in.
Feels like a year. Was it a year ago?
It'd be coming up close. I feel like it was the middle of last year, yeah. Because then immediately they were
Was
talking...
it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Then it was September. Because remember, I was over there just when it happened.
Oh, right. Was that late?
He was arrested in Manhattan, in the
Siri,
park there.
When was Diddy arrested? I'm just letting... Siri, when...
That's right.
Don't yell at it.
Siri, when was Diddy arrested? Oh, my Siri's...
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
right.
sure it was
That's
September last year. But he's been charged with sex trafficking and abusing victims, and both the prosecution and the defence had their sort of opening statements and were given an opportunity to outline their cases.
16th of September last year.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. The prosecution, the lady got up and she alleged that Combs had abused and coerced women, including his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, into taking part in drug-fueled freak-offs.
Sex parties.
In which he'd have his girlfriends dress in lingerie and platform high heels and direct them as they had sex with male escorts in darkened hotel rooms.
Where he filmed.
Well, he filmed and...
controlled the women.
Yeah.
Wow.
They said that he'd been regularly physically abusive with the women, and then gave different types of evidence that the violence wasn't just enough, that he also threatened to release the videos of Ventura having sex with male escorts
Oh, jeez.
as a souvenir of one of the most humiliating nights of her life.
What's the bit where, is it illegal to...
Well, that
You know what I mean?
that was kind of the prosecution's opening sort of statement, and the defence is saying that he's a complicated man, but this is not a complicated case, and that
So he's complicated.
she's not. The defence was saying they're not disputing that he was involved in that incident with Cassie Ventura that we all saw, but that is a domestic violence issue,
Right,
and there is
separate.
no evidence of international sex trafficking.
Okay, so it could
Hmm.
be done for multiple counts of DV and coercion and things like that,
Yes.
but not sex trafficking.
Yeah, the statement was, this case is about Sean Combs' private personal sex life, which has nothing to do with his private business.
Right, okay. But physically abusing women is part of it.
Yeah, which I don't think they're going to dispute because they've got the video evidence of that hotel room.
They said he had regularly been physically abusive with the women.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not nice
Don't
at
do
all.
that.
So it sounds like they're going to admit to that, but they're going to fight the
trafficking
sex
and
trafficking,
kind of the
international
law
sex
stuff.
trafficking.
Yeah.
There's a bit to dig through
Which
there,
would be
isn't
looking
there?
at a life in prison.
Really?
You'd
Wow.
say. So, yeah, but wow.
Well, if you've seen Taken,
What a story.
it's not nice. That movie,
No,
that almost ruined
Liam
France for me.
Mm.
Yeah, Liam Neeson, 72.
Liam Neeson, 72.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I had a moment yesterday. I went full Karen. And
You went ballistic.
I did, and it felt good. And now I understand.
You've told me a little bit about this story.
Okay, so let me tell you what's happened. Okay, so in our place, we look up the canal, and on the corner, there's an old property that has these 3 beautiful coconut palms that lean out over the canal, and it makes it feel like you're in a tropical resort.
Are they tall, coconut?
Yeah, they'd be 50 years old. And when we moved in, I said, I want to buy this place. Well, when we looked at it, I want to buy this place because I love looking at those trees.
Yeah, nice.
And when we moved in, I went, some idiot one day may chop those trees down, so I'm going to plant my own in the foreground as well. So I've planted my own coconut palm to start my own legacy tree. I'm all about legacy trees. And then yesterday, we're sitting outside having a cup of tea, and then this big machine comes in and grabs the throat of palm tree 1 and rips it out of the ground. And I'm just like, ah! And Jeremy's like, no. And then
He would have cried.
they pulled it. I actually cried.
Oh, you cried?
I cried. I was having
Before Jeremy?
Before Jeremy. He couldn't watch. He went, I can't watch this. I'm going inside. And I'm coming in.
So this is across the canal, sorry.
This is across the canal. This is not our land.
No.
We have no jurisdiction whatsoever. But I just love those trees so much, and I started crying.
Why would they want to get rid of them? Those trees are cool.
Well, they probably want to put some infinity pool in or some bullshit. I don't know, all language. But I was just...
Isn't that what you yelled out when you were going on?
Well,
that's what you said.
I did an Insta story showing what was going on.
Right.
And then I walked inside. I started crying. I'm like, no, stuff this. I've got to let it out. I walk out to the front of our property, the back of our property, which looks at theirs.
Yeah.
They're all standing out there with the machine, including the owner, I could tell. And I just yelled out, they were the best effing bit, you effing morons.
Really? You gave it to them? Both barrels?
I lost it like a lunatic.
Would they look around? How did they
Yeah,
react?
they kind of looked around and then they all
Things
walked
would
away.
echo in a canal.
I
too.
know.
Oh, that's like...
Oh, they would have heard it over at bloody Barucci
wherever.
Sands, wherever, yeah. But
Could they tell that you were going off at them? Like,
I think so.
Yes.
And they all walked away.
but
And I was
aren't
like-
you going to have to live with these people now? Like, 'cause,
of,
presumably...
not really.
and they all
they're
know
new
I
to the
live there
neighbourhood.
too. They all know I live there.
Well, of course, it's your house. You're
So-
yelling from the backyard like a mad woman.
I've just gone crazy. And anyway, I posted on Instagram, but I just can't believe I went full Karen. And Will, who's at home sick at the moment, he walks in and he goes, did you just Karen our neighbours? And I said, yeah, I did. And then later on, I said, Jeremy, let's go and have a walk. I want to go and see what's happened. Then we see them delicately wrapped on a truck.
I was going to say, where are they going? 'Cause
They're
the
being transplanted.
Yeah, because the play might have been go over there, and not Karen, go over there and say,
That
hey,
would have been
I would love your trees.
that-
And
if I didn't wake up at 4 a.m. every
Yeah,
morning
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was
I hear ya.
functioning like
Sister,
a normal
I hear ya.
human,
I hear ya.
I probably would have
would have done
been
that.
civil.
But it sounds like they've got
Sorry,
other
she's
plans
got a
for
job, David.
No, but yeah, you're
I've
right.
got a job.
I apologise. It's my fault now.
I'm tired and cranky because I've got to come here and sit with you and your COVID and your yes,
that helps.
And then when I get home,
Where were the trees going, you reckon? Don't you reckon they sold them?
I think they've either sold them or they're going to preserve them and bring them back once they've put in their wanker pool.
Because you got a wanker pool? Not really a wanker pool.
No, I don't have a wanker
You've got
pool.
a normal pool.
I'm in like a little brick shit house, to be
got-
fair.
you've
But
got
I just wanted their
You've got a
partridge.
kidney pool, haven't you? Okay, old school.
No, I don't have a kidney. I did in
Okay.
the last one.
That's right, yeah.
No, I've got like a Capri pool.
Because
Actually, that's a wanker pool.
one of the movies, I think it was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
My mate was just somehow found out they had a lot of those same trees
Yeah.
for the set.
Yeah.
And went up there and said, I'll buy them off you, and bought them all and took them to his place, and now he's got them at his place.
Well,
Proper coconut trees.
Yeah, like legit.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I saw some news yesterday. I'm going to do something here, by the way, that I've never done before and that I never thought I would ever do.
I love when you say this.
And that is defend Jarome Luai.
Oh, come on.
okay, wait. First, who's Jarome?
Jerome Luai used to play for the Penrith Panthers.
Okay, aren't
And
they
they've
on
won-
top at the moment?
They've
are they?
won 4 in a row.
Where are they?
In the bottom, but other than Brisbane.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were in the bottom, weren't they?
They're not. They're just off the
yeah,
bottom.
A couple off.
Yeah.
okay.
But he's been a big part of their success. Like they've created history. They've won 4 premierships in a row.
Yeah, that's what was banked in my head.
Yes.
Yes.
And then he's like the Robin to Nathan Cleary's Batman. Like the two of them have just been dominant. But he's moved to another team, and he's a controversial figure. He played in an Origin match a couple of years ago. I don't quite remember, but he kind of had to go at sort of people who had jobs or were
Yeah, I think they were
something afterwards.
Yeah.
Or
They were sort of slagging him off for either a bad performance or a loss or something, and then he posted a picture of himself. Well, you good losers have to get up for work in the morning.
Yeah,
So shove it.
He's a polarising.
he
He's a
finds a way.
polarising
Okay.
figure.
Yeah.
And
well, if you're getting lumped on like that, you get a little narky. So,
Yeah.
fair
well,
dues.
he was copping a bit of a online abuse yesterday or whatever.
Yeah.
But this was the situation. So he's coming back from their game on the weekend. They got flogged, by the way, by the Melbourne Storm. They're at the airport.
Oh, was that the 60-0 one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he was on the phone. He's sitting around the airport waiting for his bags or whatever, and he is on a phone call with his kid and his wife. Like it was like a
FaceTime.
FaceTime because they come over and they show, and you can see he's on the phone to his wife and his kids.
Yeah.
And some bloke from the public has come up to him and wanted a selfie
Yeah.
in that moment. So, and Jerome's kind of gone like,
Not right now,
I
buddy.
hadn't even been rude. He's kind of just gone, it's not the time. I'm actually on the phone to my family and kind of brushed him off. And then the guy went over to someone else from the West Tigers who was eating a meal. And that guy's kind of gone, no, eating a meal. And then that's got posted. The whole vision of all of that happening has got posted. And Jarome Luai is copying abuse, which I don't necessarily mind. But in this one, I'm like, come on. What was he meant to do? Look, what was he meant to do? He's actually he's in the middle of a discussion.
Yeah, he's supposed to brush his. We don't know. It could have been a serious conversation with his wife. Like he's supposed to brush. Just hang on, sweetheart.
Yeah,
We'll get
kids
back to
could be
that.
getting tonsils out.
Situation. Because some gibber wants a photo, and they'll come back. Like, yeah, I agree with that.
Well, I'm on team. What's his name? Jerome
Luai.
All right, I'm on his team for this one.
Nikki, years and years ago.
Tell that one.
I was doing an MC gig out at the Caxton Hotel with Fatty Vorton.
Yes.
And before it started, I had to get up and interview Fatty. They gave us dinner. So we were just sitting down at the table. Mm-hmm. Fatty got the calamari and chips.
You got a steak?
I got a steak or whatever I was having, right? But
good steaks there.
The meals got presented, like literally had just turned up, and some bloke came up and took his thong off. He was wearing a thong, and he put the thong on the top of the table, right near Fatty's calamari. And French fries goes, "Hey, fat man, can you give me an autograph?"
What?
And he had a
That's disgusting.
On his plant
He put it
award.
on next to the dinner plate.
And he had like a Nico pen and handed it. And do you know what Fatty did?
What?
Picked up the thong, signed it,
Yeah.
and said, "There you go, mate."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Why didn't he even whack it? Whack him with it.
Because if he does that, he's the biggest. Again, it's the same as old mate.
You know, this is where being a woman's really good. I feel like as a chick, I could have signed it, whacked him over the head with it, and he would have got the horn.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd have made his year if you'd done that.
I do find it's harder for guys in the public eye when being approached.
You can't
They
do
come
it.
across as the bad
Not what
guys
happens.
if they fob them off. Whereas women, it's just safety.
Yes, it's like get away from me with your thong.
Yeah.
You weirdo.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, good on Fatty for signing it.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And you can tell that for Fatty, it was kind of like I remember that story vividly. I bet you he doesn't even remember it.
Yeah.
I bet it was nothing to him.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Don't forget, you can get all your rugby league action. Footy's back, and get on board with KO Sports and sign up today. And we talk to someone different from KO every week.
Yeah, well, boxing, I'm watching the ads on KO for Harry Garside making his return. Who better get on than Ben Damon? Ben Damon from KO. How are you, Ben?
Yeah, I'm very, very well. Thanks for having me on. Excited to see Harry Garside back. It's been a while. We followed his journey through the Olympic Games. Clearly, things did not go according to plan, at least at the second Games. But now he's back in the pros, and he's trying to make a real run of it as a professional boxer with world titles and the like in his future.
So is this, talk through the legitimacy of young Harry. I mean, and from an outside perspective, I kind of got the feeling that didn't he lose one? I thought he was kind of coming out the other end a little bit.
What happened to him at
but
the
you
Olympics
win some,
as well?
you lose some, don't you? But what he did is he went to the Olympics the first time. He won a bronze medal, so everyone fell in love with him. Then he went back over thinking, what I'm going to do here is win gold and elevate myself and become a superstar. He lost in the first round. So it was really disappointing. But if you remember the interview he did straight afterwards, the heartbreak was really obvious. And he sort of won Australia over with the way that he handled that defeat. And now what he's doing is coming back to the pro game. So it's a different style of boxing. He's had 3 pro fights so far, but now he's trying to do sort of what your Tim Tszyu and the big stars do and fight towards world titles and become a mainstream boxing star rather than just being a reality TV star and everything else that he's been doing along the way.
So he's up against Sam Goodman, and he's undefeated in 19 fights. Is that
not.
right?
No, they're not going to fight each other.
No,
They're the
what's
two
going
guys
on?
up the top of the
Yes.
bill.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so Sam Goodman's another Australian. He was meant to fight for the biggest prize in all of boxing, the undisputed world title. He got a really bad cut, though, earlier in the year, so his fight fell over. He's coming back against a Mexican, Cesar Vaca. That'll be the very main event tomorrow night on Fox Sports. Harry Garside fights against a Queensland coal miner named Charlie Bell in the co-main event. So they're the two big fights, but we won't put them in against each other. That's not the plan.
Hey, just quickly, Ben, those cut guys are so important, aren't they? I was listening to an interview with Jeff Fennick, probably our greatest ever, and he was talking about, I think it was one of the Tim Tszyu fights recently,
Yeah.
where there was a cut, and in Jeff's estimation, the cut man didn't do his job properly, and it
So
cost
what he
Tszyu.
would have been referring to was when Tim Tszyu went to Vegas and lost against Sebastian Fundora. You'll remember he had that cut. If you haven't
right.
seen the
Yeah.
images, it was like a horror film. It was
brutal.
just streaming all over his
that's why
face.
I start gagging when I see that. Like that female fight. I think it was
Gagging in
UFC.
a
I
bad
was
way.
just I was
Yeah, well, you try and sit where I am. I'm calling the fights ringside. It goes all over you. It's
Oh,
quite
my God.
disgusting.
You'd actually
So-
get claret, wouldn't you? That's,
you do, yeah.
People don't
100%
understand
you
when
do.
you're that close. You actually see the brutality of
You
sport.
see the brutality. You get it all over your laptop and your notes and your face. It's quite disgusting. So
Don't
you
wear
need
white.
danger money. Yeah. But so that was the one that Jeff was referring to there because they couldn't stop the bleeding on Tim Tszyu's cut. They just couldn't do anything about it. It was too nasty.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
Oh, good stuff, mate. Well, it's great to see the boxing is back, and as you said, Sam Goodman and Harry Garside, two big names. It's the No Limit Boxing card, Hordern Pavilion. It's on tomorrow night. You've got your rugby league, of course. The Bronx are in action Sunday.
Yeah, lines are at the Gabba.
Yeah, up against the Dragons for the Broncos, and the Formula 1 too. We've got old mate
He's going for his fourth.
chasing for four
Isn't
in
that
a row.
crazy, Ben? Like, come on, what's going on?
Yeah,
Are we
he's on
under
fire.
talking the fact that an Aussie's blitzing the Formula One all of a sudden? Like,
I think we're taking it for granted already.
Seriously?
Aren't we? We should be having street parades and everything for
Honestly.
him every
Like, what
Sunday.
the
It's
hell?
on KO Sports on Sunday, and I think that everyone will be tuning in because he's going for four in a row, and just so exciting to see an Aussie right at the pointy end of one of the premier sports competitions in the world.
Yeah, well said, well said. All right, thanks, mate.
cheers, Benny.
Thanks so
Ben.
much. Cheers. Bye-bye.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Queensland! It's a miracle! Oh, yeah! Access All Origin.
Just the second spot into the draw this morning. And on Friday, someone, one of five, will be upgraded to access All Origin. If you win your way through after you hear Paddy yell at Queensland or at any time during the show, you're scoring a silver double pass to the opening State of Origin game Wednesday, the 28th of May at Suncorp Stadium. But on Friday, we will be upgrading someone to the all-access experience of a Maroons captain's run. You get the vantage point to sit in the stands by yourself. And your plus one. Maroon Shed Tour on game day, and then a bunch of exclusive events happening Monday, Tuesday, and game day Wednesday as well.
You get tickets to the Mad Monday.
Yeah.
What's your own special, Mad Monday?
Yeah. You set your own pace, you know.
April out of Caloundra. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
April, you've just won a double silver pass to State of Origin Game 1. Wednesday, 28th of May at Suncorp.
This is amazing.
Now, can we just confirm, April, that you are indeed a Maroon supporter?
I definitely am. And the little twist is I work for Kerrod Walters on the Sunshine Coast. So I'm going to run in and tell him that I've just won the ticket.
Well, that's
Do it. Do it now.
Yeah.
Because I had a quick squiz on Suncorp Stadium's website the other day. Yesterday, actually. I mean, you ain't getting tickets.
They're done.
They're done.
Kerrod Walters.
They are done.
Kerrod Walters is like a former Queensland State of Origin hooker.
I
Nikki.
know.
Yes.
I
you know the Walters?
Oh, she knows the Sunshine
That's Kevy's
Coast.
twin brother.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, no, I know the Walters.
And they were just mocking me. Well, Brooke was, his son. They were saying that I wouldn't get through, and I got through.
Oh, well,
that one.
stick that one up your pipe and smoke it. Hey, Kerrod?
So good.
How good is that? Well, make sure you're
It's
listening
amazing.
on Friday because that's when we have the draw, isn't it, Mitchell?
For the big prize.
You don't want to miss that call. This will be a
Perfect.
5-ring situation.
What's his company up there? What's he doing?
Walters Real Estate.
I'd
Yeah.
buy a house off Kerrod Walters.
I'm surprised I haven't come across them because I've looked at my fair share of properties on the sunny
Yeah, you're
coast.
a sunny coast girl now.
Yeah, but I'm on a different little bit. I'm not on the Caloundra bit. They kind of do your own thing. You got your own thing going on in Caloundra.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is very pretty there.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Unreal. Well done, April.
Thank you so much. I'm going to run into the office now. Have a little brag.
Nice.
Have
Say
fun.
hello to Kerrod for us.
Will do.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Speaking of great Queenslanders,
One of our
we're
best.
speaking to one of the very, very best, and I believe this person is joining our. Well, it's not really a team; it's more a family here, isn't it, guys?
Well said.
The Nova family.
Cult, even.
No, the superstar that is Tamika Upton.
Yes.
Tamika, welcome to our team / family
/ cult.
Good morning. No, thanks for having me.
Are you guys at Royal Pines at the moment in preparation of this must-win second Origin match on Thursday night?
Yes, we are. We've been at Royal Pines, which has been pretty lucky, although the weather's been a bit hit and miss on the Gold Coast. But no, we're heading to Sydney today, so we're all very excited.
Yeah, heading down there. And that first game didn't go the way that we wanted to, but that's the beauty of a 3-match series. Has there been some adjustments in the team, like little things that you're working on ahead of Thursday night? Because the Blues, they threw plenty at us in that first game.
Yeah, definitely, and they are a big pack across the board. But we've made a few changes and definitely adjusted the preparation.
So when you say
Chelsea
big pack-
Lenarduzzi.
Oh,
Sorry, what's that, sorry?
I have to say, when you say they're a big pack, are they physically bigger, the New South
Oh
Wales
yeah,
team?
they're huge. Even the back five. I think we look at all us. We're definitely skillful, but they're full power runners. So we just need to adjust our game plan to that.
Okay.
Give us the. Most footy fans know who you are, but give us the Tamika story. You were born in Rocky. At what stage did you come down to Brizzy and start, taking your footy super seriously?
Yeah, I actually watched the first women's Origin at a pub in Rocky. So I think that was 2019, and I was like, oh, they do women's footy, and it was a really big eye opener for me because I was still in Rocky, playing a bit of touch footy, playing a bit of netball, and then I sort of got a call from the Broncos to go down and trial, and it all kind of started from there.
But so what was your football background though? When you were at Rocky, did you play as a kid or what happened?
Yeah, so I played as a kid. I actually grew up in Blackwater and Emerald as well. So I started out in Blackwater, and then obviously finished at the cut-off age at 12 years old.
Yep.
And then, just went into touch footy and netball until I picked it back up again.
How wonderful is it that now there is a genuine pathway? And I don't know, Tamika, if you caught up on the news, but there's a genuine pathway now for girls like Tamika that play rugby league. Like just in my neck of the woods at Runaway Bay, from Archie's under-5 team all the way through his under-13s this year. But he's had Havana, who's been one of our very best, and she's played from under-5s to under-12s, and now this year she goes and plays under-13s with the girls. But there is a genuine pathway for her to one day become like Tamika and play professional football and play for a state, and that hasn't always been the case.
No, it hasn't at all. This sport was never an option for me to make money. It probably wasn't an option for me, but it was never. It was discouraged.
And as a result, the footy's just going to go. It's just getting so much better because the girls are just as talented as the guys. Havana's been one of our best players coming through. She loves the game as much as anybody, and just to see that there's a pathway there, the future for women's rugby league is really exciting.
Tamika, you've got an Instagram account, and who do you find follows you? Do you have a lot of aspiring young female footy players who follow you?
Oh, I think so. To be honest, I'm really, really bad on social.
Me too.
So I'm not too handy on there. But like you just said, I think it's incredible. And we're already seeing the rewards of girls with those pathways coming all the way through. We've seen a few young girls burst onto the scene at NRLW, and it's only a matter of time before the comp expands and we have more and more girls.
It's so exciting. And it all happened with the Barbie movie as well. And it's all kind of... It really
What do you mean, the Barbie?
She was an outstanding inside centre.
No, I'm just saying that was when I noticed, that year was when I noticed that a severe pivot in, what am I trying to say, broadcasting behaviours. All of a sudden,
Right,
the
okay.
networks went, hang on, there's a massive audience wanting to watch women's sport
Yeah.
because, funnily enough, half the population is female. So it was just interesting watching the penny drop, and I noticed it happen around the same time as the Barbie movie, which broke all the records. So it's infiltrated sport, but mostly media, and that's kind of reflected the difference, I think. So it's really exciting to see people like Tamika getting all this airtime and being celebrated. I'm just saying, as a woman.
Yeah, she's a gun. Now, Tamika, just talking nuts and bolts here. You're 28, right? Is that right?
Yep. Yep.
So, I mean, from an athletics background, I mean, you should be just beginning you're not even at your peak yet. I mean, 100-metre sprints, like you should be as fast as you've ever been, correct? And if not, why aren't you?
For sure. No, I'm still learning a lot about. I'm still learning a lot about the off season, and I feel like every year you sort of make a gain in one area or the other. So it's probably what's exciting about footy.
And do you enjoy it now more than you ever have? Do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. And I think the move back to the Broncos. I've been doing a lot of off season training in and around the club by myself and with a few of the girls, and it feels like first day of school again. So it's all very exciting.
Remember that day we found out you were returning from, where was it? Newcastle. And it was like, it was big. We thought, Tamika's come back. Well, you know what? It was even before that, Tamika. We got some whispers. I don't even know how it happened, but we heard someone told me Tamika Upton could be coming back to Brizzy, and it was like, it was cool. You know, it was like a big movement to get you back here, and it was unreal.
But forget about the Bronx. Okay,
I know. Don't forget about the Bronx.
Thursday night at Royal Pines at the moment, the Queensland team in camp flying south today. Must win. Got some big names back, and Tamika Upton will be there. And brilliant as always.
Yeah, and in the studio next time, we want to meet you all properly.
Yes. Come in, please.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Breakfast buffet is calling. I can hear it in the background. Actually is.
So it's at 7:45 on Channel 9 and 9 now this Thursday.
Good luck, Tamika.
Get on it.
Thank you very much.
Everyone's yelling.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, I'm a sucker for a gender reveal on Instagram, and some of them you just never know which way it's going to go.
I would have thought you would have been anti-gender reveal.
I
don't know why, but that's what I would have guessed.
I don't mind a gender reveal. I like the little personal ones. They're the ones I get sucked into, where it's just the couple talking to camera, and it's just they've got a cake, and it's like pink or blue inside, and it's all sweet and all of that. And they've been trying IVF for years. And I love those stories. But occasionally you see people with more money than sense. And I saw one the other day where they'd lined up all their friends and family. It was almost like a wipeout game. Like they were lined up on this kind of bunch of mats with these big kind of guns in front of them. Yeah. And they were all kind of wearing plastic, like almost COVID gear. Like they were all covered up. Yeah. And then it had the couple in the middle out of the firing line of the guns. So they had pink or blue paint in them. So all of a sudden, half of them got shot with pink paint, and everyone started jumping with excitement, including the mother-to-be. But because the pink paint had gone everywhere, she then slipped over and fell on her stomach. Oh. And I'm just going, you muppet. The pregnant woman. Oh, dear. And then it kind of cuts out. And this stuff happened. I saw another one where it was a plane doing a flyover, and it sprayed the pink, and everyone went nuts, and they're all videoing. They're all looking at it and filming it with their phones, and then one person's actually followed the plane. The plane crashed.
Oh, come on.
The pilot died.
Oh, come on.
I'm not even joking. There was another gender reveal that started the California fires, apparently. I'm not sure who that was. But anyway, 13, 24, 10... Have you been to a ridiculous gender reveal?
One that's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Or one that's gone wrong. Yeah. Like mine went wrong.
Well, you reckon that yours went wrong? Sorry.
Yeah, it was
did you say a gender reveal started the bushfires in LA?
Allegedly.
Yeah, look, Alicia's nodding her head. Allegedly, it was a gender reveal that sparked the fire.
I didn't know that.
Plane or what?
No. It was what? I don't know the full story.
Alicia? What was your gender reveal? You said yours went wrong.
Yeah, I didn't have a gender reveal party. The first one, we'd put an envelope in on the Christmas tree, and we were going to open it at Christmas. But little did I know, I found out later that my mother-in-law had opened it and told my husband because she just thought it was stupid.
Oh, I remember you told me.
Yeah, and then the second one. we got him to write it in an envelope, and we're going to go out for dinner and open it. But then I walked out and I could see right through the envelope, and I just saw mail written. And I was in the car park, and I was really hoping for a girl at the time. And I just started crying and having a tummy spit in the car park like a lunatic, full of hormones. And all the ideas of going shopping for dresses were just out the window.
Yeah, that's going to be disappointing.
Yeah.
It's all right. I went home and I saw the Gant catalogue, and it had the Kennedy boys in like their Gant fishing gear in a little hut by the water.
I'll make him that.
And I went,
Is that what
I'll
you
do
went?
that. And I was fine.
Just picked up a Gasman brochure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Make him a preppy little...
No, it was Gant or Polo. I'm like,
Same thing.
We'll do that.
Ridiculous.
Those blue
gender-
leather shoes. You know those blues?
Yeah,
the deck
yeah,
shoes?
yeah.
Deck shoes. Deck shoes. Bodie shoes.
Shush, I did buy them.
We all wore them.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
There's a story in the paper today, page 3 of the Courier Mail, that it says it was a glamorous Aussie reunion in New York City as some of our biggest stars gathered to celebrate Phoebe Tonkin's wedding. And then it's got a picture
And it looks like Victoria's Secrets.
of four women all in a booth at, it looks like a restaurant or something. They've got the drinks flowing, all the rest of it. They could be the 4 most beautiful women that I've ever seen in my life.
You didn't even make it to the sports section. That's how hot they are.
Says a lot.
It's a show-stopping picture
Really is.
in the paper. And
It actually hurts to look at.
who are, now 2 of the people I know,
Yes.
but two of the people I don't, but they're all Australians.
No,
That's what they're saying.
no.
That's what it's saying in the paper.
Eliza's not.
Eliza Wallace is not.
Eliza Gonzalez.
Eliza
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez and Annabelle Wallace.
Is,
Yeah, she's not.
okay, well, that was going to be question number 1, is who is Eliza Gonzalez?
The brunette.
because
She's Mexican.
She's hot.
She was in Baby Driver, apparently, Mitch, and also
Oh, that's what she's from. I've seen.
Godzilla vs. Kong.
But she's not Australian. No, that's what I was
She's
thinking.
Mexican.
All of these are...
No, but there are a lot of Australians who were there because we also had Teresa Palmer, Samara Weaving, Bella Heathcote, Jessica McNamee.
So who are these people?
Okay, so they just continue to gather like beautiful people
Yeah, just
to
like
come along.
it's not a hot lineup. I mean, it is a hot lineup.
But
So-
this picture is Margot Robbie, okay? Now, she's definitely Australian
well, she's Barbie.
and
Brizzy.
beautiful. Then it's Lara Worthington,
yes,
Lara Bingle.
formerly Bingle.
formerly Lara Bingle. Where the bloody hell are you?
Yep.
Who's married Sam Worthington.
And she's doing her best impersonation of Inspector Morse or something. She's kind of got like an old school suit on.
Yeah, she's got that sort of oversized male suit.
But then a very fashionable, sharp bob. Like, she looks cool.
Yes.
And we all know she's hot.
Yeah, without doubt. And then it's this Eliza Gonzalez.
I know, she's
I
very
mean, I wrote
I
initially
just can't believe it. Like,
Isn't it-
seriously.
Nickelodeon teen drama Swana Comingo.
She's
where
what?
she started. The Nickelodeon, Mexican Nickelodeon, Swana Comingo was where she rose to prominence.
Are we allowed to do the Mexican accent? Because I was doing it with 2,000 pesos before.
Yeah, it's
And-
allowed.
Yeah, they love it.
Do they love it? You're into it?
Five Arms gives the big tick on that.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the complaints because
Well, just-
we've done a few.
Don't encourage them.
Yeah, don't tell people.
No,
to
I'm
complain.
just
Don't
acknowledging.
even give it as an
We're
option.
waiting for
By the
complaints.
way,
Yeah,
if you're
please
offended by
complain.
that previous segment,
Someone's sitting there, car now.
there are
I've
avenues
got a lazy
to
day
express
ahead of
that.
me.
Yes.
To be fair, they're probably more incensed that we're just having like a drool fest over 4 hot women in the paper.
Well, it was more a question than a drill fest because it says here that it was like an Australian reunion of sorts, and I was like, where are these people? And you know, where have they come from?
Well, what's their address?
They
And
come from
do
Aus-
they have
from
high
Australia.
fences? And
Well,
it's just the best of the best in New York City, my friend, the city that never sleeps.
well, what a come on.
And,
I mean, Mitch, like imagine
Hey,
if you sat down at the table, and
you guys wouldn't be able to
that was
speak.
on the other side
I've
of the
interviewed
table. I
2 of
would be-
those people,
He's
and
interviewed
I
2
was
of them.
floored. Like just by I interviewed Margot Robbie on the set of on the set for a red carpet thing for Wolf of Wall Street, and Annabelle Wallace, who we know from Peaky Blinders. She did The Mummy with Tom Cruise, and she came out here for a red carpet event, and I interviewed her,
Right.
and I was
Was she Thomas Shelby's wife?
Yeah.
In Peaky Blinders.
indeed, yeah.
Wow.
And Phoebe
Wow.
and Phoebe Tompkins is getting married.
She's from she did Boy Swallows Universe last year.
Oh.
She did Universal. People know from Vampire Diaries. She did I'll throw it in because
Oh,
the Lynx
yeah.
movie Tomorrow and the War Began. So
Oh,
she's been
yeah, okay,
here, there, and everywhere
Phoebe Tompkins,
for a long
okay.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
She's not getting to
doing
start in
really
pictures of her
well.
own pre-wedding event. It's just
I
all
tell you
the...
what,
exactly.
this is going to sound very regressive of me, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want that many hot women at my wedding.
No, there's no way that's your
I'm just
bridal
putting
party.
it out
Imagine that's
there.
your bridal party, and then there you are at the top of the list.
Yes.
Planet of the Apes up the front there. Not you personally. I'm just saying.
Don't worry, I'm not
in
offended.
general, I mean.
You're going to work really hard to offend me.
No, not
Especially
you.
with that face.
You gotta.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Smooth sailing for the Pope 1 week in. No dramas so far, but the biggest...
The brother's a bit
probably-
lippy.
The brother's getting lippy.
Yes.
You're across this.
This is like a Markle family thing again.
Yes,
it seems.
yes. I mean, on some level, the Pope must be wanting to say, just
When will the
can you
Europeans
shut up?
learn?
I know more about this Pope.
Through the brother.
In 1 week, I know more about this Pope than I know about
than
any
every other Pope
Yeah, put
combined.
together in the history
In
of
the
the
history of
Popedom.
the Pope's some
Yep.
thing.
When was Pope Eggs Benedict? When was he?
Oh, he was the one before the last.
He was
wasn't
before Francis, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Because he was a long reigning pope from memory. Like,
JP2 was,
Yeah.
I feel like was my entire life until Benedict.
Yeah.
which one?
John Paul II.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, he was my OG.
He was my
Yeah.
OG as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this guy's like we've just never known anything about them. I've certainly never found a family member.
Well,
Like,
let's-
I saw a thing on Instagram. I'm not sure if it was real or not yesterday, but there was some family in America where there was some chick on a FaceTime call with her daughter or whatever, and they're laughing. They've worked out that Prevost, whatever his name is, she went to school with him and hooked up with him. So their family's laughing the fact that mum hooked up with the Pope.
That's
this is what
so funny.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is. I don't think it's good for the Pope.
I think
I don't think it's
not.
There's going to be Pope TikToks now. Like, oh no, he can't. It's banned, isn't it, for Americans? Well, he might be on the gram.
They'll find something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
Instagram.
He'll get on
Like,
X.
what I know about this Pope is that he plays Words with Friends with his brother.
Brother. Yeah.
That's Wordle,
And it's
right?
like-
Is that-
No, he plays
separate.
Wordle and Words.
Yeah, he actually
Words
plays
with Friends.
both.
He plays both.
Yeah. And I just don't think, it's just,
We should
just
know
imagine
that.
the Pope is sitting there playing Wordle.
Yeah.
And his dopey brother's out there telling us all
he
about it.
probably-
It's like, come
And
on.
he probably goes for the Red Sox and
Well,
all of that.
his brother does the Red Sox jokes.
Yeah.
Makes sure you're wearing the Red Sox. And he's like, come on, mate, play
It
off,
makes me
play off.
question the whole bloody thing.
Look, it could
It
be
does.
worse.
I'm just
It
like,
could
Well,
be
we don't know
worse.
yet if it could be worse. What-
Imagine an Aussie Pope. That'd be funny.
Well,
yeah, I'm going to bless you. I'll bless you. Bugger it, I'll bless you too while I'm at it. Anyone else? While I got the water gun out?
Come on, well, we're going out. Come on, who's next?
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.